I am here with Elle Goodman, and this is how I pronounce your name, right?
Yes.
Elle Goodman. Yes, and thank you so much for joining me, Elle. I asked Elle to have a casual conversation with me. We didn't prepare anything. It's really a casual conversation because she was one of the women who went through the Soulful Healer Program in person in Atlanta, the second group. And I was just very inspired. I think, Elle, you came to the program without having um, tone of expectations. I think you even weren't sure what's going to happen during the program. You just, came to my book event, you got my book, you loved my book, and then you were like, I'm doing that. And right? Or did you have any
Yeah.
like clear intention when you joined the
No,
program?
it really resonated with me, looking and reevaluating my values. So that was something I had already been working on. So it fit in perfectly with, my mindset and the work that I was already doing and wanted to continue and deepen.
Right. Um, so then we met 6 times. There are 6 classes, and every time we focused on one of the 6 keys for profound transformation. I remember the first one, the key of empowerment, that was very meaningful to you. That's where we did the guided visualizations, and then some information came up from within, from the soul, and then each participant really got clear with the values. Many people say to me that the fact that the values are coming up through a guided visualization and not an intellectual process is a game changer, because sometimes there's some things coming up that are unexpected. So for you,
Yes.
what was your top value, or a few of your top values that came up? Do you remember?
I really connected with the guided visualization and I have enjoyed all of them actually. It's very helpful to do. And so courage, vitality, and inner peace, which also is something, that I would have thought of, but there are so many options and to hone into it really was just to listen to, my inner voice of what's
So,
important to me right now.
so then looking back, like fast forward to, a few months after the program, courage, for example, how did it really play in your life? Like when you look back, realigning with courage as a value, how did it show up in your life? If you can give some examples.
Yeah, it was very meaningful because I was restructuring and recreating my life at this time. And it takes courage to do that. So, trusting yourself, going out on a limb and, recreating things by yourself for yourself without any other input or noise to do so, just listening to yourself and saying this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it, and going and doing it, not being afraid of failure or judgment. And it was fun, very powerful.
So having courage as a value in your daily life reminded you that that's your intention and that it came from within and that you want to have more courage.
Yeah.
Yes, and then another key that I remember was very meaningful for you was the key of vitality. Actually, when you chose your values, you chose health, and then
Right.
I suggested that you maybe change it to vitality. Why was it so meaningful? Like vitality is a value, and how did it
At the
play out
A,
in your life?
you want to continue longevity in your health. And vitality is the perfect word. Health is, longevity in your life rather, but health is, kind of just a flat word. And vitality kind of brought it out more to what I was really looking for to create in my life more of, which, you know, exercise and well-being, but also other things that are sparks of energy and the vitality of, the Reiki and the groups and, just to really express what that is in your daily life besides just exercise and eating right, a little bit more pep in your step, love to give a little bit more of energy, positive energy.
So, what's different in terms of your daily practices and lifestyle now compared to how it was before the program?
Well, even today I did. I was very proud of myself. Yeah, I take a few days off, but I would not get out of the bed like for a for an hour and a half. I would just lay in the bed and I wasn't doing anything. I was just ruminating. So I decided, I want to get up and go to my favorite workout or a stretch and balance or a yoga or a meditation or a bar class before work. And that means I have to get up at 5 or 5:30 and be at the class at 6:30 or so. And get to work on time, come back, eat healthy, and go to another class at the after work, whether it's a different type of class or the same class, and also find other activities that are energizing and positive to do. Like, start the day with my prayers and my Reiki, and then move on to carry that, divine energy and spirituality into my next activities. And it makes me calmer and more peaceful.
So then I know that during the classes, you always came back and said, I'm sticking with my routines. I'm sticking with exercise. I didn't exercise before. Now I'm exercising. So for people that have no experience with the Soulful Healer program, with the 6-week program, what was it in the program or the format, or like what do you think made it successful, made you successful to stick with your goals and the lifestyle that you want?
That's a good question. I just felt a new spark, and it came from within, in the class, and I loved it. And the Reiki really helped like move some negative energy that just was super exciting for me. And I don't know, I feel that with me still, so I'm still doing it. So it was
Right.
it was
And,
exciting.
and right. And before we started, you just said, "Oh my God, I don't want to get emotional." And you got emotional right away when we started our conversation. I said, "It's okay, be real." And it's for me, it's really hard to explain to people the profound transformation that happens as you go through the 6 keys that are part of
Yeah.
my method that I present in my book. So that's why I'm grateful that you're willing to be so real here. But why does it make you emotional?
I
If you
don't
don't
know
mind
because it's
sharing.
so vulnerable, and it's something that I've been struggling with and working on. And I'm proud of myself, and my kids are proud of me. And it's different, and it's a breaking free and it's breaking through. And I feel successful in my daily life and I feel empowered. And I mean, that was, I've been working on these things for years. And, this year in particular, I had, I have a therapist and we had a table of directors for my values. And I was going through them and, they were overwhelming me, so many things to take care of at once. And for some reason, this um, kind of whittled it down to the basics. And, you start somewhere and you get success and then you reevaluate.
Yeah, and yeah, that really makes sense. I hear it all the time from people that have gone through the program that there's something about the community and the encouragement and the structure of
Yeah.
meeting every week and deepening the work that just makes it
Yeah.
easy. Some people, like you, say, I've done some inner work before, and I had some intentions, but something clicks as I
Yeah.
went through the program. And I wonder if part of it is also because we are connecting to the soul as we go through the program, and we continue to receive guidance from within.
Yeah.
For example, in key number 3, authenticity, nurturing a connection with your soul, then we did during the class some soul dialogue, like
That was
really
amazing.
learning how to connect, and then soul journaling. And so
That
I know that I remember that you loved it, and I
did.
wonder if this is something that is different than processes that maybe you've done before, the connection to the soul,
Yes.
maybe.
I think that's really the key to your program, was that, it was connecting with my soul. And I think that was kind of missing in other therapeutic, things that I was doing. You don't realize it, that, that's part of the key force in you. And that is the key force. That's your life force. That's your spiritual force. So that divine connection, I think, is the key to the success of your program. And for me, that was the key because I've been doing this for years, all over the place, different, different every week, trying to, but this really deepened it. And just exponential results so much faster than anything I've done for years. So I really delved into it and enjoyed it and got so much out of it. And I'm going to
Thank
do it
you.
again. And I'm going to, because when
Yeah,
we talked in the class, we couldn't cover everything. And, when you're not pushed and held accountable, you might not cover everything. So now I'm going to, in between this break, I'm going to read the book through again and reassess. And then I would like to take the online course again. And just
again.
because I feel like that will really solidify the process, because it's a process that you can do on your own once you know how and
Right.
continue
It's
for years.
and it's interesting that you said that you want to retake it now when I offer it virtually because it's a 6 week program and it's limited in a way in like how much can you accomplish in just like 6 weeks. But I think part of my vision is that every time you go through the journey, it's really a journey of going through the 6 keys for profound transformation. Then there may be a different focus or a different intention or something else will come out of it. It's like a
Absolutely.
framework, really, that it's a framework that every time you go through it, something else comes up. And I know also for myself, as I was writing the book and I was taking myself through this journey, it's like every time there will be something else that comes up. But so it's interesting that you say that. So when you look back, when you're done with the program, did it meet your expectations?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you compare it to like the beginning before the program?
Oh, yes. I've bought, 5 books and given them to my kids and friends because I think that it's worthwhile. And especially anybody going through a life change and at some sort of crisis, which usually somebody's going through something at all times. So, whatever kind of change and transformation you're trying to make, I think that is a great complement to whatever else you're doing and will magnify it, deepen it, and clarify it in ways that I just wasn't expecting. And I was really happy with everything I got out of the program, from the friendships to getting to know you better to learning the process itself. I was very interested in it, and you presented it in a way that was fun and, non threatening, kind of like, it's not intimidating. For me, it wasn't intimidating. It was just a small group, and it was cozy and intimate, and I felt safe and comfortable, and I got a lot out of it. And it was different
So
than I expected. It was beyond my wildest dreams what you have, and I think it's very profound and helping me grow.
thank you. That again brings me so much joy. So, any final words to somebody who's watching this video and they're on the fence and not sure if to go through the program and they're not really sure what it's about? Any final words that you want to say to that person?
You're worth it. Take the chance, take the leap, give that gift to yourself, and the connection that you'll get with yourself, I think, is so valuable that, unless you just aren't quite ready and you need some personal therapy with you one-on-one first, it could be that, that's still a good platform to look and see what you should do next. So I think everybody should just feel like they're worth it. I thought I was worth it, and I did it, and I don't regret it, and I'm looking forward to more.
Thank you so much, Elle. And by the way, I am offering some personal support to people who go through the program
Yeah.
when they need some one-on-one with me in addition. I know you didn't need it as you went through the program, but other people were doing also some personal work with me. So I'm sharing this with everybody that's available. And I want to really, really thank you for taking the time and meeting me and just sharing from your heart without preparing or anything. Um, yeah, it just helps me to explain it to other people through your words and not mine. Thank you so much, Elle.
Thank you for the opportunity, and I really appreciate the gifts that I've gotten from your program. It's been wonderful.
You heard Elle. That was just really joyful for me to hear her. I want to take this opportunity and tell you more about the program and maybe answer some questions that you may have. So I have on the screen the page from the website with information about the program. It's beaconsofchange.com/soulful-healer. And I just want to go over it. So, as you probably know, it's a 6-week live program to begin your journey toward profound transformation. At the top of the page here, I explain what does it mean, the soulful healer. And as I say here, the soulful healer isn't a professional title or a role. It's a quality that resides in everyone. It's your guiding light, your inner compass that integrates your heart, mind, body, and soul. This program is for anyone ready to embrace their wholeness, live authentically, and align with their true purpose and joy. And as you scroll down, you have a video when Allison she's a therapist and she went through the program with me and she's sharing about her experience, just a 2-minute video, but yeah, it's just beautiful to hear her. And who is it for? You may ask yourself. So, as I explained here, there are 2 audiences that this program is for. One is professionals, and the other one is women or individuals, not only women, on a journey of self discovery. Professionals, therapists, coaches, social workers, counselors, healing practitioners that would like to integrate soulfulness with their lives and their practice. I've seen again and again and again how it makes professionals, once they take this journey, have more impact, have more uniqueness, doors open. Really, there is a magic that happens to all the professionals that went through the program with me, that it really affects their personal and professional lives. And you'll hear more about it in Alison's video. But also any individual, if you would like to feel better in your relationships, in your physical and mental health, in your financial well-being, in fulfillment and purpose, there is something in this process of going through the 6 keys and the 6 steps in the program that will just get you there, whatever your intention is. Here I explain, for those of you who are professionals, how there's going to be 2 tracks where the teaching is done for everybody on the screen in the Zoom, but then any sharing and any processing and integration will happen in separate groups, where individuals are in one group and then the professionals are in another group. This is all happening through the 2 hours of each class. Then there's a little bit about what you'll gain for the program. I wanted to just show the 6 keys for profound transformation. If you read my book, you know that those are the 6 chapters in my book. But let me explain a little bit what to expect as we go through each class. So there are 6 classes, right? Each one of them is aligned with one of the keys. The first class is the class about empowerment, and that's where you connect with your personal power, your attributes, your values. So you get really empowered. At the end of this class, you create an empowerment statement that really helps you to be connected to all your inner resources. And then the second class, the class about spirituality, developing a strong spiritual foundation that doesn't have to be connected to religion. Can be, but doesn't have to be. Spirituality in a non-religion way is absolutely okay. And during the second class, you really deepen through the map of spirituality that is in my book and my perspective on spirituality. You really find your own way to connect more deeply with your spirituality in a way that is comfortable for you, because some people have some old beliefs related to spirituality. There might be some baggage that you carry from the past. So with my perspective on spirituality, you will be able to break free from those beliefs from the past and really feel more supported. And then the third class, or the third key of authenticity, nurturing a connection with the soul, that's where you learn practically how to connect to your soul through soul dialogue, and some guided visualizations and soul journaling, and you start receiving messages from within. Then class number 4, insight, tapping into inner and collective wisdom. That's a deep process of understanding and also experiencing how we safely bring stuff from the unconscious mind to the conscious mind. So if there are any blocks and something that keeps us stuck in our lives, then through this connection with the inner wisdom and the collective wisdom, there is an opening, an expansion that happens. Then the next class is the class that focuses on vitality, cultivating a bond with life force energy, meaningful for so many people. We understand why we leak life force, how we leak life force, and what can we do to raise our vitality. I will share that in my personal practice. I see it all the time with my clients that any condition, mental illness or physical or emotional illness or imbalance, let's say, can get better or worse, depends on your vitality level. So this is also really practical. You understand everything you need about vitality and how to raise your vitality level to help you with anything that you need in life. And then the last class is the class on embodiment, embracing the body as a gateway to the soul. And that's where we anchor and embody all the work that we did during the program, bring it back to the body, because many people don't live in the body, and because of life challenges, then we are lacking a connection with the body. And it's only when we really embody it, when we feel everything, not only in our head, but we bring it down to our body, then that we can create a sustainable change. So on the page, you have here a description of the class every week, and then the details of the program. So on January 28th, we have the introductory class. By the way, if you're on the fence and not sure, let me know, and you will be invited to the introductory class for no cost. And then the classes are every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, starting on February 4th. So we meet for the introductory class. I teach during this class, so you'll get a lot out of this class. And of course, I'll also give an overview of the program and answer questions. And then we'll meet every Tuesday until March 11th, so 6 times after January 28th. And yeah, and then you can read more on the page. I have a big vision. I'm on a mission, and I would love for you to join me on this mission to have more people all over the world that are in touch with their souls, that they live a soul-filled life, and then they have a more impact. They help others and contribute to a better world, but by really taking care of themselves. And I'm talking not only about self-care, I'm talking about soul care, and I'm talking about aligning with purpose, meaning, and joy. I'm talking about aligning with your true self. So when you show up in the world, whatever you do and whoever you are, you show the best version of yourself, truly aligned with who you are. So I hope to see you in the Soulful Healer program. And if you have any questions, please send me an email, info@beaconsofchange.com. Thank you.